and welcome to Enquire to Choir. My name is Eva and I'm here to help you, fellow choir people. I hope your new season started off well and you're getting in that nice pace of rehearsals, performances, and concerts. I'm pretty happy how things have been working out for me so far this season, but I started thinking about how I underestimate certain things when it comes to being a choir conductor. What I mean to say is I've been thinking a lot about stress. People who look at choir conductors probably think we don't have anything to be stressed about. It's just easy breezy for us. I wish that was the case. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. I feel so lucky to be able to work as a choir conductor, and I'm fully aware it is certainly not as stressful as most of the other jobs are. But as a choir conductor, you are working with people, you have to lead a group of people, and essentially you're always having to present your work and let people judge it, and those people are free to judge it the way they want, and most of those people don't really know what it's like to work with a choir or be in a choir. So there is a certain amount of stress. However, this year I have realized I'm actually getting better at this. I'm actually getting better at handling stress. And this is not meant to be a brag. I'm actually astonished that things have been getting better. Some things just don't stress me out anymore. It really gets better with experience. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 8 things to think about, or 8 advice to think about when it comes to how to handle the stress as a choir conductor. If you have been on this channel for a while, for some time, you probably know that I'm a firm believer in good planning. So not surprisingly, the first thing on this list is plan and prepare. Plan your concert season, plan every rehearsal, plan well in advance, and plan thoroughly. There are already some videos here on this channel to help you out with that. But just bear in mind that this is where it all starts, with planning. When you have a plan, things are much less possible to go wrong. Actually, I take that back. When you have a plan, it's much easier for you to handle the situation when things don't go accordingly to a plan. My point is, you can't just wing it. You can't just go rehearsal after rehearsal without a certain trajectory behind it, because eventually you will find yourself unprepared at a certain moment, and that will make your choir completely unprepared. It's really difficult to handle that amount of stress. It's better to avoid it by preparing well in advance. That also goes to you as a conductor. Your knowledge of the music material you're currently working on should be complete and abundant. You should know it so well that there is no question you can't answer about it. Your conducting should be so secure that you don't even think about the possible mistakes for every rehearsal, for every performance. This is how, in my experience, you avoid a lot of stress. You can get anxious, you can get stage fright, but you can't doubt your knowledge. And I don't think it's actually acceptable for you to be doubting yourself, because you're responsible for a whole group of people. So plan and prepare. Number 2 is delegate. Yes, you're responsible for a lot, but you don't have to do it alone. And you shouldn't. Organize your choir in a way that makes it possible for you to be thinking only about music. It may seem easier to do everything by yourself because you can count on yourself and you know best what you can do, but that's really not sustainable. And it's really not necessary to have all the stress and all kinds of different stress just on you. So delegate, it will make your life easier. Number 3, arrive early. This may sound unusual, but hear me out. When it comes to all things choir, everything is in a crowd. For example, you arrive on time for the rehearsal. There is already a group of people there. Chances are they have questions. And with all the talking and handling things for other people, You can start to feel like you didn't have any time to mentally prepare for the rehearsal. My advice is arrive early. It makes you calmer because you have the extra time to decompress, to think about all the things you need to think about. You can go through the concert hall to see where your choir is going to be placed, if there is a piano, etc. It can be just 15 minutes, but it makes a difference. Also, for me, it helps not to think about the music I'm doing with my choir while I'm driving to the rehearsal or to the concert, but that could just be me, so you decide. Take care of yourself. I mean this in every possible way, but maybe physically the most. Have you ever realized how much walking we do? Especially, for example, before and during a concert. And there are always staircases involved. Dress rehearsals, never enough time. The last thing on your mind is have you eaten? And you don't even remember when you last took a sip of water. The time just flies. I understand that. So I think it's less realistic to say, don't be in a rush. So I'll say this, keep yourself in shape. Do yoga, take a walk, do cardio. You may not think about this now if you're a younger person, and trust me, it's easier when you're younger. But I've recently hit my 30s and I could really feel it. There is a difference. It's so physically demanding what we do, which I personally like because it keeps me moving. You will appreciate it a lot if your body is better prepared for it. There is a video actually here on this channel already, so I'll link it down below and here. Number 5, be realistic. Oh yeah, a friend of mine who is a civil engineer once told me, when you make a mistake, nothing happens. When I make a mistake, a bridge collapses. This made me think, and it stuck with me because essentially this is true. We all want our choir to be the best and the performance to be the best. But sometimes you just didn't have enough time to prepare, or some circumstances happened. That is okay. Be realistic. If your choir consists of 50 people, but for the performance only 15 of them showed up, that is not the same as having the whole choir. So be realistic. Your goal is to make it through, not to have a perfect performance. Your goal should be to have a good performance considering all the facts. If you know before the performance it's highly unlikely it is going to be a great performance, don't get stressed about it beforehand because it's not going to be a great performance. Just accept it. Be realistic. Set a realistic goal for yourself. Sometimes you're just happy you made it from the beginning to the end, you know? And I know sometimes you get a bad review, but only you know what the circumstances were, and sometimes even a bad review can be a good review considering everything. Just be realistic. Don't be stressed about some things you can't have an effect on. Number 6, some tough love now. Keep it together. You should keep it together. You can't expect your choir to do its best. If they see you, their leader, that you are stressed, that you are not believing they're capable of a good performance, and you're letting them know they are stressing you out. Of course, you should motivate them, you should lead them, you should make them want to be better, but you will not do so by losing it, so to say. You can't expect your choir to take care of your stress. They have to feel secure, and that no matter what happens, you will be there to catch them. You do not get to show your stress on them. Show it to your loved ones. Second to last is keep it in perspective. What's the worst that can happen? A bad performance? A wrong note? Yes, that is not easy. And true, sometimes it takes away your opportunities. But for the most part, it's just music. It helps me a lot to think in a way that I'm so lucky. I get to listen to my choir, I get to work with them, I get to share my experience with them. And I think that should be the core of everything we do. You have a great job. So any stress is just a reminder that you care. And finally, the last thing but not the least, learn, accept, let go. I mean, that's true for anything in life, but it also works here. I made a few mistakes. I was so hard on myself. I wish I wasn't, because I took everything so personally. Don't do that. I mean, we all do the best that we can. We make mistakes, but it's about how we handle those mistakes and if we learn anything from it. There's no business like show business, and music is just a skill, you know. You can learn it, you can prepare for it, but if you have a bad day and if all the stars don't collide the way you wish them to, it's just a bad day, a bad performance. It's okay, it's not the end of the world, and it'll be better next time. So if you experience a big fall, grieve, but let it go eventually. And to make you a little bit more hopeful, it really does get better with experience. And that's it. I really hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching. If it was helpful, I would appreciate it if you liked the video down below. If you want to see more from Enquire to Choir, you can go through all the other videos. There is a lot of stuff here, and if you wish to see more in the future, you can subscribe, and that is a great segue to saying hello to all of the new subscribers here. I hope you feel welcome, and if you wish to talk to me, go to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Conduct well, conductors, and I'll see you next time. Bye!